Page 17, little piece. In this page, they're introducing you to an F chord. Remember what I said before about a C chord? It's every other note with C on the bottom. That's why it's called a C chord. Well, if I go with an F, I start with an F and it's every other note. It's an F chord. It's not quite the F chord they're showing you, but it's still an F chord because it uses those notes. It uses an F, an A, and a C. It may not be in that arrangement, but it's those three notes, and that's why it's an F chord. Look at the solid chord. The first line there, you have a C, an F, and an A. Well, simply the C would be here. They've taken it and they just put it on the bottom. It's still an F chord. It doesn't change the name of the chord just because you rearrange the notes. As long as you're playing those named notes, it can be anywhere. So this can be an F chord. I can put the F on the top. That's an F chord. I can put the A on the top. That's an F chord. They're all F chords because they're using those three notes, the F, the A, and the C. And here, they're using them here, which is very common because when we're in the key of C and we want an F chord, I want to be able to get to the F chord without moving around a lot. Well, if I go here to the regular F chord, I got to go all the way up to here. Yeah. But if I go here, I can leave my hand where it is. All I got to do is just play an F and an A. And the hand basically stays right where it's at, and that's what they're doing here. That's why it's doing this way. That's an F chord. These three notes, these three chords they're showing you are called primary chords, and they're the main chords. Every key has three main chords, or primary chords. In the key of C, it is C, F, G7, and C. So they haven't told you about it probably. I haven't read the stuff. Maybe they did. But they're just introducing you to the primary chords in the key of C, and that's important. And it's important that you learn them in both hands. So learn to play these together. A C chord, an F chord, a G7 chord, and a C chord. That's all it is. And that's what we're doing here. You're not in the key of F, you're in the key of C. You're just playing an F chord here. You have it in the left hand all over the place, and you're going to see the capital F in the chord names up above for the F chord. Again, the guitar player can do their thing and you can have fun. That's all they're introducing. There's nothing else new here. I really wish they wouldn't put in all these finger numbers. You don't need them. You only need them at the beginning to tell you where to start. I would like to explain one thing I do in these videos that may be confusing you, or you're wondering why, or maybe you didn't even notice. I don't know. But when we do the Play With Me sections and I get to the end of a piece, I say off. What's that about? Well, I'm glad you asked. I'll tell you. A note, this has to do with counting. A note ends, no, not a note. A beat ends when the next beat starts. So a beat has a period of time and it stops, and immediately at that point, at that exact point when it stops, the next beat starts. So in this piece, I don't have a lot of quarter notes going on. Well, look at the second line up above under broken chords. You see they're all quarter notes? So beat 1, it starts. Then when beat 2 starts, beat 1 ends. So I lift up on the C when I play the F, the next note. Then beat 3 comes along, beat 2 ends. And then beat 4 comes along, when that happens, beat 3 ends. Then you go to the next measure. So when beat 1 of the next measure comes along, beat 4 ends. That's the idea. The problem is when you get to the end of the piece, there is no next measure. It ends. So at the end, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and you'd lift up on 1 because that would be the next measure. It would be incorrect because there is no next measure. So I just say off, which means lift up, get off, at that time. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, off. Because people will cut it short. They do it, and it's important that you don't cut it short. They'll only hold it 3 counts. And I held it to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, I held it to 4, and they say, no, you didn't. You let up on 4. You got to hold it all the way through 4 if you're going to hold it for 4 counts. And so that's why I say off. It's important. We try and be exact as we can in this stuff because it will get more complicated later and you'll just get overwhelmed with it. You'll get sloppy and shoddy and bleh. If you do that, if you're going to play piano, please only play when you're by yourself and nobody can hear you. Because if anybody else has to listen to that garbage, they're going to, bleh. Okay, so I'm encouraging you to be exact. Let's high standards here. Let's do this right. They are introducing you to one new thing here. Take a look at the beginning of this piece. In between the stabs, there is a P, the letter P. They have in parentheses soft. The in parentheses soft is not part of the music. They're just helping you out. It means soft. The P means soft. It stands for piano. It's an Italian word. It means soft. A lot of the words used for musical instruction are in Italian. That way people, no matter what country they're from, they can all read it and understand what to do. It's just easier that way. Not all music follows that. Well, that's harder for other people in other countries to play it. So that's what that is. Now, an important concept here is the melody rules. So the dynamic, and that's loud and soft is dynamics. The dynamic given applies to the melody. Everything else has to adjust. So the melody is soft. What is soft? How soft is soft or how loud is soft? I don't know. You're going to have to decide that because it's all subjective. It's all whatever. What do you think soft is? Because soft in one case in a small room is going to be softer than soft in a big auditorium. So you have to decide what soft is for yourself. And whatever it is, the left hand in this case has to be very soft. It has to be even softer than that. And that takes practice sometimes to get that. Because decide first how loud you want the melody. And when you get that, then make the accompaniment less than that. Now, the mistake people will make, and it is a mistake, is they'll say, well, how soft can I play the left hand? However soft that is, then I'll just play the right hand a little louder than that. No. That's backwards. Please don't do that. The right hand, you decide what you want the melody to do and you practice and find a way to get everything else under it. With practice, you can get these very soft. In a piano, an acoustic piano, I don't know about electronic pianos, you have to experiment. In an acoustic piano, the slower the notes go down, the softer it'll be. So as you drop your hand for the chord, you just drop it slowly, that's all. Just practice, experiment. How soft can you make it? That way, when your right hand needs to be soft, you know you can play the other hand soft. And vice versa. I mean, the right hand's got to be able to play soft, so how soft can you play if the left hand had the melody, then the right hand has to be soft. You know, how soft can you make it? Now, I'm going to give us 4 counts. Let's play a little piece together. Bring out the melody. Melody's in the right hand. Means you're going to play the right hand a little louder than the left. You also have phrase markings for the right hand. So we're going to do the phrases, just a little up and down silence between each phrase is all. The left hand has no phrases. Do the best you can with the chords. Connect them as best you can. And you're starting out in C position. 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2. Off.